a semi-classic game from, not sure if was, I guess it's 2003. It's called Temple of Elemental Evil. It's a there was a Temple of Elemental Evil game back in the, I guess, late 80s or early 90s. I think Eric knows about it. I think here.
The module, I only know of, forgetting if there was one. I only remember one that came out around the time you were talking about, 2003-ish era.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't, so far as CRPGs go, but it was a module, right? It was one of the most famous modules for.
Right. Because I found out that there's old Temple of Elemental Evil game way back in the early 90s, or was it late 80s? I'm not sure if it's the, oh, look at that cinematic. I missed that. It makes me want to play it. So you have this battle of good, between good and evil. These humans waging a war against this creature called Zagatmoy. It a monster made of fungi who is evil incarnate, who's inside this temple of elemental evil. There are 4 elements in the tower, and it's the air, water, fire, and earth temples. So you play as this random character. You're given a character create screen. You can have a party of at least 4, 5, just 4 playable characters, and at least 1 NPC character that follows you around. There are a couple of them here. Depending on which alignment you choose when you create your character, they have several like introduction that acts as a tutorial. So you could start like a lawfully good paladin who is in search for the Temple of Elemental Evil, and you could also go create a character with a chaotic evil alignment, which is really, it's like playing what is this serial killer game where you slaughter everyone in like a caravan. You encounter a caravan and you murder every single one in there, and they told you that there's this treasure that you need to there's this treasure that you can find in the temple. So
Pause one moment, JDN. I have a confession to make. I've never played any evil character in any CRPG game. It's just not in my nature. I'm sorry to have to say this, but yeah, I can't really imagine doing what you're suggesting here, playing an evil character and then saving a caravan and then just stabbing them all just for their treasure. I don't know. I mean, I can role play, but sometimes it's a little hard for me to get to that point, I have to say. But it's nice that it's an option. It's some people will enjoy it, yeah, but I personally,
well, each to its own, because I find it interesting that your character is so like psychopathic that he doesn't have any like remorse when he has this dialogue. Then when you start playing the main story, you could like become a good guy all of a sudden, because there are like how your alignment can be manipulated or something, like helping a beggar or something like that. What I remember from this game, it has political tension, because in the temple there's been like the temples have been bickering, and like there's a power struggle within the temple, within the elements. So everyone is going after this faction, and it's in like a state of like a coup d'etat or something like that. So the temples are not in good terms with each other. So also in the village of Hamlet, there's also religious turmoil, because there's this religion that they call the old faith, which is the old ways, so to speak. And then all of a sudden there comes this like church that started to like try to convert people into their religion. So there's like unbalance in the religious preference. You can try to help them convert the villagers to their respective religions. And then also there's a town here that it's like a small fishing village. I forgot the name. You can interact with other characters in this game. Some of them you can eventually hire as your party member. One of them was a pirate named I forgot his name. He's a pirate, and in Hamlet you have Otis, I guess. No, I forgot this drunkard that you could recruit as one of your party members. And I also like the banters that you can have with the characters in this game, which is very common in CRPG games like Baldur's Gate, where you could your characters could speak with someone.
Were you talking about Elmo?
Elmo, yes, Elmo,
Yeah,
the
Elmo.
drunkard.
He's. I think the character supposed to be kind of slow.
Yes,
You go to work,
and
it's like, dude.
yeah, right. That voice. And his brother is Otis, who is one of the characters who took part in that war that we saw in the intro. Then also one of the coolest things that you saw in that intro movie is the Circle of Eight. It's a collection of mages, druids, and other characters where they govern the good. They're trying to capture or like do your typical good doers. And then one of the plot here is that Prince Trommel, the one who struck the fungi monster, he went missing. And with the info that you had with the villagers, you discovered that he's inside the temple. He was being tortured or taken as a prisoner. So you find him in the temple. You could so here comes the option that you could like multiple options that you could choose on how you play your game. You can either help him escape the temple, and so he could find his way home. And you could also trick him by I'm not sure if you can take him to your party, then accidentally place him in this fireball. You can like accidentally kill him, so you can get his sword called the Fragarak, which is a bastard sword, which has the ability to do mirror damage. So whenever you get hit, it automatically hits your attacker, the most recent attacker that attacked you, and reflect the damage that he dealt on you. But if you try to save him and he gets back home, if there's this map exploration thing, like in Fallout, you don't walk to the different parts of the map. There's this like trail. When you go to a different place, there's a trail that there's an animated trail that allows you to travel. If you were able to manage to save Prince Trommel and he gets back home, in several days you will find a messenger. You will encounter a messenger who will greet you and praise you in behalf of Prince Trommel and give you like a similar sword. I forgot the name of that sword, which also has the properties of the sword that he had. So really exploration. One good thing about CRPG games is it rewards you for exploration. So I think that's all that I could say about this game. And then eventually you will encounter the fungus monster, but there are several ways that you could kill it. You can go back to Hamlet and ask for the help of the sheriffs in the village, and they will give you like a tome on how to defeat that monster. But you have to do it within 7 days because there's an in-game time. You need to do it within 7 days, because if not, all of those it will be for nothing. And so you could do that. You could also go head on if you meet him and fight the fungi monster with your party. But the drawback is you won't be I most likely you will be wiped out because he's so powerful. But you can also try to bribe or talk your way with the other temple leaders, so they will try to help you. And then well, this game was developed by Troika Games and also published by Wizard of the Coast, if you're familiar with that company.